Coach on the
Oh,
back
Coach,
of it.
that's right, because you wrote for
I wrote
Coach
for
for
Coach.
so many years.
Well, I wrote for two years. I
2
think.
years,
Yeah.
and that
The last 2
those
years.
were
The good
Emmy
years. I call them the
nominated.
good years.
Right.
Bought my house with
But what
my
about
money.
career coach? You do help career coaching. Is that just for
I do.
writers?
No, I work with actors. I work with actors on audition process. I work with writers primarily because that's what I'm known for. That's my expertise. And I do work with writers on career strategies, what to do with your script once you have it.
Do you have a class for that? Or is it
That's
individual?
private. That's individual.
Oh, it's
I do
private.
teach private classes in pilot writing. I teach a class, and I'm one of the few teachers who does teach how to write a pilot.
And what's a pilot?
A pilot is an original
Yes.
script for an original show for television. There's a
I
difference
see.
between a spec script, which is the standard entry document that you must have as a writer. If you want to be considered, you need to be able to show people a spec script that you wrote. You have to prove that you can write.
I mean, it can be anything. They don't have to like it. It just shows you know the form.
Well, yeah, they have to like it. They have to like it. Oh, yes. They have to laugh and they have to like it.
But does it have, is it because of the form that it's
Yeah,
in? And
yeah,
they
you
shows
write
that
a-
you can do that?
You write an episode of an on-air show. I compare it to schools of art. I don't know if the Academy of Arts.
Right.
They used to send artists to museums to copy line for line great paintings. Not because they're learning to be forgers, but to learn how to structure a painting, how to do it. And it's the same thing with writing a spec script.
Your book tells you how to do that.
Step by step.
Step by step.
I had to
That's-
teach myself. So
That's why I thought that maybe that was the idea, that you have to know what comes first and how to do it, and all the
You do.
intricacies of putting it on the paper.
Oh yeah, you do.
But
you
one
absolutely
thing,
do.
One thing about your coaching career, or your career coaching, is that the people who have come to you have entree to other staffs in TV and recommendations from you because you know other people.
Yes, that is a possibility, but I don't advertise that as an element. I
But
really
it seems
can't
like that
promise
would be no. But it seems like that would open doors.
You know what opens doors? I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah, you have to know people. You have to have recommendations. But the only thing that really opens doors is a great script. It's got to be on the page.
But do those people know that? Do they know a great script from a bad script?
Yeah. Well, oh yeah. You
who approves it? The director, the producer, who?
If you are looking for television work, television is looking for a writer. More than looking for a script per se. So they're going to read your script to see how you tell a story, how you write dialogue. Are you funny on the page? Do you want to turn this page? And the people who read it can tell. If they're turning the pages, they know this is working. And then they're interested in you as a writer. They may never buy that spec script. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking to be hired on the basis of the quality of your writing to come on, pitch new stories for their shows, the shows that are on.
You just said something, pitch. That's one of the questions that's also in here. How to pitch. What do you
Chapters on pitching.
What is a pitch?
Oh, a pitch is probably the most painful thing a writer ever has to do.
I can imagine.
You know, I became a writer so I wouldn't have to talk to people. And that's why everyone becomes a writer.
So they can be in their own little things.
And then you find out, no, you have to constantly talk to people. You have to pitch your ideas, and you have to be able to pitch the concept in one sentence.
How do you do that?
You work really hard at it. First of all, you have to know it yourself. You have to identify what your story is really about, and I say it has to be about something, not just the plot. The plot is not what it's about. The plot is important, but what it's about is the turning point for the character.
Oh.
And also your connection to it, you as the writer. That combination is what it's really about. And then what happens is also important, but you have to be able to tell me what happens in one sentence, or I can't get the whole thing.
So
I'm listening to a pitch.
How do you have to have a great idea. You can't teach somebody to have an idea, can you?
Well, I try to in the book.
Do you? That's part of what was in the book. So how do you teach somebody to get an idea?
Well, I have a procedure, several procedures that I personally have used. How I discover ideas is I go through the 7 deadly sins. I go to the most humiliating, the most painful, the most exasperating, the most upsetting things in my life, and that's comedy gold.
Oh, comedy, but you're talking about comedy, right?
Any idea. But any idea.
Any idea.
I happen to tell things through a comedic point of view. But it's the same for drama. And if you go to those places in your life, and you can tap into that. And I have exercises in the book as to how specifically I do this. I really have broken it down.
How to get an idea. I mean, I was thinking, who could teach you to get an idea?
I can.
But you do, because you do have certain places to go and look for those ideas.
Yeah. And then there's procedures to take that idea and translate that into a story. Because there is a difference between an idea and a story.
What about an outline? What is the other thing they say? Give me a treatment.
A treatment.
What's a treatment?
Well, you know, some people use that word interchangeably with outline. I use the word treatment to mean the narrative story.
So it's a short?
It's about 2 pages for a half-hour episode, yeah.
Oh, it is.
In fact, on Everybody Loves Raymond, we used to call it a 2-pager.
Because this is you with Ray on the
with my script for No Fat, which was the tofu turkey episode.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Second year Thanksgiving.
So do you eat tofu?
I personally eat tofu. I made it last night. As a matter of fact, not turkey, though. Not tofu.
But so that was something that you culled from your own
Absolutely.
thing.
That came from my life. Absolutely. And I wanted Marie to be on a diet and cooking a new way, a new healthy way, because I put my family through that. And that was what I pitched to Ray, to Phil.
And so they laugh. And they laugh, and it was funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to go. But a treatment is a treatment.
Is the narrative storyline of the episode or the movie. It'll be longer than 2 pages, but it's not broken down into scenes.
I see.
I call that an outline. Now, some people reverse it and call it different things.
But that's the
idea.
idea.
I call a treatment.
So we had an outline today. We went through it really fast, and I thank you, Ellen.
We're done.
We're done.
Okay,
thanks very much. And thanks for watching Ellen Sandler and her book, and keep writing to 777 South Figueroa, 44th floor, Los Angeles, 90017. See you next time.